Welcome to MD Martial Arts. In this Q&A, we're going to be discussing the pre-fight. Okay, so regardless of what style you do, and sometimes even how good you may be, a fight can be won or lost at the beginning. So you really have to understand what to look for. Okay, so some of the fundamental things we're going to cover, and this is irrelevant whether you're good at punching, kicking, grappling. You have to understand the pre-fight scenario, the environment that you're in. Okay. All right, so one of the most important things you have to always do in a pre-fight situation is control the distance, control the space, all right? You're not gonna have the luxury of a situation where you're arguing with someone here, they don't fight, they're just arguing with you, then he makes a move, and you're gonna create this space and then be able to do this, that, and the other. It doesn't work like that, okay? The only chance you have for, let's say, that type of scenario is a long distance situation where someone's shouting at you from across the road, and then you have time as they approach you. Okay, so a couple of fundamentals that we do in the MD system. Okay, we use the fence, okay, or the fend off, right? So I'm here, okay, the opponent tries to step to me, and we just keep the fend off scenario. Okay, once I extend, I've got him at arm's length. Okay, even if he's taller, the point here is that if he fires a punch, I have distance and time. Okay, so the distance means that I have time. Okay, so watch that again. He steps forward, step away, he fires a shot, and I have time to move around, okay, and do what I need to do. If we don't create that space, we have no time. So again, he steps forward, I do nothing, fires a punch, and now I'm crowded, okay? So this is the importance of using the fend off or the fence scenario, okay? Second point about using the fend off is you want to make sure that you have a backup point. So whether it's your hand here, no point in stopping him, hands down, or hand all the way back, because they're not going to be affected by that. They're going to still fancy their chances at throwing a punch or a kick or charging forward, take it to the ground. So you have to give them a reason to back up and stay there. Okay? All right, another option can be angles. All right, you're still maintaining distance. So he comes to grab me, and then I just use my angle footwork. Okay? So again, notice from here, I could palm the hand off at the side. I could use a telephone defense. And what I've done is created a superior position for me to attack, okay, or to just defuse by taking the balance away. All right. Either way, again, you have to make sure that you're not having these physical altercations from close quarters. Now, sometimes this can't be helped. So let's say I've messed up and I haven't done the fend off. I haven't been able to get my angles. Okay. So we're a little bit closer now. What we have to understand is how much time do we have to defend versus maybe initiate. When I say initiate, be careful. What I'm referring to is they have given us a stimuli in a physical form. Okay, it could be actually that the voice has gotten higher. It could be that they've made a fist. Okay, so these are the things to look for the pre-fight. Okay, so I'm here, I'm minding my own business. The person's a little bit close to me, and I notice that the voice has increased. I notice that the shoulders twitch. I notice that while arguing with me, they've made a fist. This is literally a moment where you can use self-defense now. Okay? So at this point, I make sure that my positioning is correct and ready to go. So if he fires now, I don't want to be in a negative position because I'm too close. As I just explained, we haven't done the first part, which is to maintain distance. So once my feet are correct, okay, my hands might be here. Personally, it's good to talk with your hands because if the fire comes, then you're more in a defensive position, okay, a lot faster. So in this case, I'm talking with my hands. I'm a little bit closer than I want to be. But I concentrate on making sure my chin is low for obvious reasons. I don't want to give him major targets. Now, once they come to us, we're going to fire. This is the key. So the thing about body position and foot position is when it's incorrect, we have to move and recover and then strike, versus when everything is in position, regardless of how close you are, when they strike, you can fire. So you'll be in a superior position and ready to go. Another option, if you don't want to strike, you're close, as I said, very little time, but you're looking for the things like the voice increase, the fist position. So as soon as they twitch, you're going to jam the elbows. As you jam, you move into a position of defense and try to defuse. If you can't defuse it, then as you can see, I have superior position of the various skills that I can use. Okay, we'll show you that from here, just to change angles. Okay, so I'm closer than I want to be. As soon as they twitch, I step in, control the arms. I obviously don't want to get my opponent to use the headbutt. So as I jam, I move my head offline. And then as I redirect him, I now have I've shut off all his weapons. You can see I'm checking the nearest leg. And I have my rear hand free to attack the body, to attack the leg, to attack the groin, to attack the head. Also, I can attack with this front hand. Okay, so switching angle here, you can see the front hand is jamming his hand and then can quickly release an attack as I have a superior position. Alright, these are just a few scenarios and a few options of things that you can do to monitor, a few things that you can do to practice the pre-fight scenario. As I said, you can be the best at punching, the best at kicking, the best at grappling, but if you can't spot the danger as it's about to happen, you're already going to be on the back foot. So alert, be aware, and this is, as often as I believe, can be the difference between victory and failure. So in this particular case, regardless of skill, awareness can supersede skill in my opinion. So be aware, and then this can be the difference between winning and losing, victory and defeat. Okay, hope you enjoyed this Q&A. See you on the next one.